I have earned hundreds or even thousands of dollars on countless individual shorts that each took me just a few minutes to create. So, I'm going to be walking you through exactly how to start making money with YouTube Shorts step by step. I don't think most of you guys realize how massive this opportunity has actually gotten. Shorts now bring in over 200 billion views daily, and that number is rapidly increasing every single year. And this isn't just people scrolling on their phones anymore. YouTube just announced that 2 billion hours of shorts are being watched on TV screens every single month. YouTube is the #1 streaming app in the world. It's now bigger than Netflix, and YouTube's ad revenue surpassed $40 billion, with subscriptions that actually surpassed 60 billion. This opportunity is huge, and it keeps growing with more and more viewers spending more and more time scrolling, and advertisers spending more and more money on them. So to make life-changing money with shorts, you only really need a small, minuscule, super tiny fraction of that total daily view count. Wildly achievable. If you ask Chat or Google how much money do YouTube Shorts pay, they're going to say something like 2 to 10 cents per 1,000 views. And while that might have been true back in 2023, or for content targeting viewers in low ad spend countries, well, nowadays, if you target tier 1 viewers, then you can get 20 to 40 cent RPMs, and that number keeps growing. Here's a short of mine with a 40% RPM, and here's another with a 25-cent RPM that generated $660. And both of these shorts were under 15 seconds long. So let's say that you get a 30-cent RPM, for example, and you generate 40 million views in a month. Well then, that has the potential to earn you $12,000. And view counts like that are so achievable with content that is so damn easy to make. For example, this Faceless Shorts channel has generated over 1 billion views in the last month, and they're just posting written commentary shorts. Wicked easy. The best part of all this is it has never been easier to do this. You have access to more information than ever before, and you have access to more powerful AI tools than ever before. So without further ado, let's get into the exact steps to reach the monetization requirements and start earning money with YouTube Shorts. But real quick, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Step 1 is to choose a niche that is actually capable of earning you money. Many people are unfortunately fooled into entering niches that won't even get you monetized in the first place. I'd advise against entering niches that are clearly inauthentic or reused content. For example, AI-generated content made with generic templates, giving the impression of mass production without adding the creator's original, authentic insights or perspective, is not allowed to monetize. This could be using an AI tool to rank clips in a template, for example. Inauthentic content or reused content is repurposing content that already exists without adding original commentary, modification, or educational and entertainment value. You must create original content or transformative content. This can be as simple as commentary over someone else's footage, or edited footage with unique audio and visual effects. So don't just use an AI tool to mass-produce generic ranking content or clipping content with no originality whatsoever. If you do choose to enter these niches, and these niches can get lots of views, well, you must add transformative value. Now, on top of following YouTube's monetization policies, a winning niche should demonstrate consistent virality, high virality potential, right? Meaning you can find channels in the niche that are consistently bringing in at least tens of millions of views a month. It should also have high RPM potential. A good example of this would be English content that targets an older American audience, like as politics, history, or military, just to name a few. So the old way to find niches was to scroll on the shorts feed and look for successful example channels that way. That can still work, but it's a bit outdated. It can take a long time, and for a lot of people, it's hard to intentionally scroll rather than getting sucked into mindless consumption. So there are two really good methods. Firstly would be the list method. This is either watching content on YouTube showcasing viral niches. I'm regularly posting these types of videos on my channel, or you could check out top tier communities online where lists are updated every single month. Tons of people have earned thousands of dollars using structured lists. Now, the second method would be the AI method, and this is definitely the best method in 2026 and beyond. So this is an AI niche research tool, which has a bunch of other features built in, which I'll show you later in the video, as well as we get into the creation process. But this is one of the few tools that I genuinely feel confident about recommending to my audience because I actually use it for my own channels on a daily basis. I literally don't work on channels anymore without using this tool. That's how useful it is. So we can come up here to the dashboard, and you'll see under Research Tools, Shorts channels. They also have long-form channels, but this is a tutorial on Shorts, right? So we can also search for certain channels. For example, we could search for Minecraft. Now here we have lots of different Minecraft Shorts channels, and if we come up here to sort it by, we could change it to all these different filters. But let's do views in the last 24 hours. And now we can see channels that have gotten lots of views in the last 24 hours. For example, this channel's gotten 6 million views in the last 24 hours. But in the last 48 hours, it's been close to 15 million views. And what they're doing is speedrunning YouTube Shorts. The last one was Minecraft related, but we could just scroll through and look at each one of these individual channels. And we of course don't have to do Minecraft. We can X out of this right here. And now we can use those same filters to see channels that are a bit more general. Here's Zach Films, which I'm sure you're familiar with. But yeah, we can see a bunch of different faceless niches on here. Like you see, this really makes niche finding easy. We now literally have the ability to search through every channel on YouTube to find the perfect niche for us. And when we see a channel that we like, we can literally just click on the name. And then here we are on the channel right here, just like that. And now, one of the best features is we can actually connect this tool to Claude or CapCut here. And right here, it has a very simple step-by-step guide right here. I also have some tutorials on my channel for this, but this is going to give us the ability to use Claude for niche research. Claude will now basically have access to all the features on that tool, and this Claude connection will help us massively with step 2, short creation. So I found this channel, and I think this is a pretty good niche to enter. They're getting hundreds of thousands or millions of views on many of their shorts, and all they're doing is top 5 fruits, basically. So, top 5 most exotic fruits found only in India or Japan, or that went extinct, right? And this type of content is doing super well, and it's very easy to create. You just have to make a script, a voiceover, and then edit it together. So if we copy this channel URL and come over to Claude, we can say to Claude, analyze this channel's script writing style along with its competitors. We will enter this niche and you will write scripts for it. So then we can paste in the channel URL right there, and let's send the prompt. And just like that, it's done exactly what we asked. It's analyzed this niche and the script writing style, and it's already given us 3 different scripts that we can use. But if we wanted to, we can say, give me 20 viral short ideas. Now it's searching through the viral shorts in this niche, so that way it can come up with something that is also likely to go viral. And here we go. Top 5 rarest fruits found only in Brazil, Vietnam, Mexico. Ones that look like they're from another dimension. So there's really an infinite amount of ideas right here. And then we could just ask it to write scripts for these specific topics. And now to generate the voiceovers. You can use a tool like ElevenLabs, but you actually don't have to pay for ElevenLabs separately. This tool has ElevenLabs built in, and it will give you unlimited generations. So in Elgrow again, if we come to creation tools, we can click on voice generation. You can see down here it says unlimited credits remaining. So we can come back to Claude and go back to the scripts that it made us. Let's copy and paste this first one. Here we go. And right here, it has multiple text-to-speech engines. But we can do ElevenLabs since that is usually the best. And we can use any ElevenLabs voice in here. We could come up here to languages. We could do English and an American accent. This one, Brittany, is pretty popular. So we can do this one. We could adjust all these settings and then click generate speech. After it's generated, we can come over here to history and then we can play it. But some of these cost more than a smartphone. So that sounds pretty good. And then we can download it. So if there's a tool that's actually going to help you make money with YouTube Shorts, it's this one. Be very careful which AI tools you decide to pay for. The ones that I actually consistently use are the ones I showed you, Elgrow and Claude. And then I also regularly use Poppy for script writing, but it's a bit more pricey. And then for the final part of the creation process, editing, you can just use CapCut or another editing software of your choice. Edit it depending on your niche. Most of the time it will just be syncing narration to the footage, and then adding captions. I have some editing tutorials on my channel, so make sure to check those out. Step 3 is posting. And this is where most people mess up, honestly. So a common issue that people face is the zero view jail, where your shorts don't even get pushed out in the first place. To avoid this, you want to make your channel more trustworthy to the platform. You see, the platform is trying to filter out spam and bots, right? So if your channel looks new or suspicious, there's a high chance that your content won't even get pushed out. To avoid this issue, you can use an older Gmail if you have one. Verify your phone number and your channel settings, and actually use YouTube for a few days before you start posting. Just scroll through the shorts feed like a normal human, right? And then when you start posting, avoid just mass scheduling a bunch of shorts all at once. Start by posting 1 short a day. I've personally seen the best results when I post from the YouTube app from my phone. If I schedule a bunch all on my computer, it seems that I'm more likely to get lower views. So start off with 1 short a day, and then gradually ramp up to 2 or 3 a day if you would like. And if your shorts are actually getting pushed out, post with persistence. Don't let emotion or anything stop you from being consistent with this. The reason that 99% fail is simply because they just stop posting for whatever reason. Keep posting and improving and innovating until you reach step 4, which is monetization. The requirements are 1,000 subscribers and 10 million views in the last 90 days. To reach this, you will have had to follow the first 3 steps perfectly. Now, 10 million seems intimidating, but it is actually more achievable than you think. I've been able to hit the 10 million view requirement on over 10 different channels by this point. So trust me, it's a very repeatable process. So once you hit the requirements, you're going to apply on YouTube Studio. Assuming you've been posting transformative content, you should be accepted. But even if you are denied, you can make an appeal video. And that's worked for me literally every single time. Now once monetized, there are 2 main levers that you can pull in order to maximize your earnings, views and RPM. You increase your view count through quantity and quality. Post lots of high quality content. If you're posting 30 average quality shorts a month, doubling it to 60 and making them higher quality could likely multiply your monthly view count by a lot. When it comes to RPM, targeting English-speaking viewers, especially from countries like the United States, United Kingdom, and Canada, will help you maximize your RPM, and your RPM matters less if your views are extraordinarily high, and your views matter a little bit less if your RPM is very high. And there are also additional ways to monetize. For example, this channel is promoting a product in their bio, which is just teaching how to make the content on their channel, so you can make lots of money with additional methods as well. But for most of you watching, it will mainly be AdSense. And lastly, step 5 is to scale. This is where it becomes YouTube Shorts automation, where you outsource to freelancers to buy back your time so you can scale to multiple channels. Now, this doesn't have to be the final step, of course. I typically do this from the very beginning with all of my channels. I will personally ideate and write scripts with AI. And then I pay an editor $3 to $7 a short, depending on the niche and quality I am looking for. You see, most people end up paying way more per short, or they give the editor a percentage of their channel's earnings, which can work too. But I hire from this site, OnlineJobs, which I've linked down below. If I search for Shorts Video Editor, we can see that there's many editors asking for just $4 an hour, $5 an hour, or even $3 an hour. I'd say when it comes to Shorts editors, this site is superior to something like Fiverr or Upwork, because freelancers on those sites are often pricier. And then you're not even allowed to take them off the platform. With this site, you can communicate of platform and pay them of platform. You see, when I make just one job posting, I get basically an infinite amount of applicants, so many. It's basically never ending, right? So that's how I do it. But obviously, outsourcing is completely optional. You can keep editing your own shorts if you would like. But this is how it makes it easy to run tons and tons of different channels. 1318 outro and passive income vision. Keep his final closing graphic screens and subscription icons rolling. But that is how to start making money with YouTube Shorts. This is really one of the best ways to make money online. I still have channels that I stopped posting on that generate me money every single month from old shorts that I posted years ago. So if you build up a portfolio of shorts channels, this can actually become passive income in the long run. And this is a business that doesn't require much investment at all. You can start for free if you want, or ideally, you just invest into a couple of softwares for under $50 to $100 a month. And if you do that, that will give you a massive advantage. If you want to take a calculated risk, you can also hire an editor like I do. So this model is really good for someone who is broke or someone with hundreds of dollars to invest. And now I just released a brand new community, Short School. I'm active in there, and I'm sharing dozens of new niches every single month, a new course, content every single month. I have helped thousands of people grow on YouTube Shorts through the content on this channel, and then the courses and communities that I've run in the past. And I'm putting everything I know into Short School. So be sure to join right now. You're going to love it. I made it just for you. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.